Now let me bring up an exercises, a file for you to see more about the array. Right, over here I have made, how do you define an array? Student array is equals to a data type of array, and it starts with an angle bracket, (1 to 14). Now it is going to have values from 1 to these 14 of string values of data, and I have another variable I has integer, and now I begin by declaring its value from 1 to 0, and I'm saying student array 1, the index number 1 is equals to Kavishalini, and so forth. The last but not the least is the array of Praveen, the master Praveen, student array index number 14. And now I'm going to write that in a for do loop, for I loop. For I loop is like, it comes with an array. It's like a two variables, two functions that work with variables to display. So for I, the I that I have mentioned here is going to have values of 1 to 14 do, and now I'm going to write that, right line, student array, I'm just writing a string value here just to represent students equals to the student array of the I. I means what? The values that are associated from 1 to 14. Now I'm going to put all my student array into the I so that I can get a list of all the names array into an I. Now if I run this now, I certainly get students of 14 students in my output. Now if I don't use an array, then I can only access one right line. I can say right line, let me just copy this for a little while. Right line, student, I'm just going to say nothing over here. I'm going to say student. I can't use array. If I am to use one at a time, I'll have to use like this way. Student 1, comma, get another student 1, another array of student number 2. That's going to be a very long line of getting an output of an array. But the easiest way of doing that, now let's go and run that and see. Where's my bracket? Student array. Now I should see Kavishalini, and I don't have a space here. Can you see that? So it makes me unpleasant of finding a way of trying to solve this problem. So the best way of retrieving information from an array is to use a for I loop. According to its array size, it's 1 to 14, I have to also assign from 1 to 14. And I bring that example into the student array, of I. So each time when the for I do loop loops, the array 1 represents I. Array 2 also represents I, so forth until it represents I. I hope you understood this, how text arrays are done. The next one is how you add arrays into an array. Let me just see how array add. Here we go. Right, in this I'm going to put I'm just initially putting an integer array, int array equals to array from 1 to 5 of integer values. I equals I and sum. I've made two variables as integer, and then number as int array. As the int array, number is going to be an int array, and it begins sum equals. I have just put it as 0, and the array starts from 1 to 5. So I have given initial values for each array, and I used a for do loop or for I loop from 1 to 5 do, and each time I'm assigning sum. You add each sum value, add to the sum the number I, the array I. Each time the number that is added to its I is going to be added to the sum value, and then I am just writing it, write the sum. Right line, I am just giving a different way without using an array. I used to add num1 plus num2 array, num3 array, num4 array, and num5 array. Imagine if this array is about 2000, then it's a big array. So am I to add num1 array, num2 array, and num3 array? No, it's going to be a very hard thing for the program. So now if I run this now, I should certainly get as 21, as well as I'm getting 21 from the array that I have done. I hope you understood, and let me come to the next session after this. Go through the array one more time and learn. You will understand what it is all about.